The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defenses. Feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the W.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
Stroud gonna throw right away. Open man, that's the tight end, Hunter Henry. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Keon Coleman, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down. Here we go. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball...
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward. You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down. They send the tight end in motion. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. Only second down, now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Here we go, set!
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
Ready, set. Set it. Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Kansas City. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10.
All right.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
On the sweep, right?
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. To be perfect, you turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return, it's Robinson. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
That's caught by Dillon. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Stroud fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Stroud. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That's taken in, and he's going to have the Chiefs' first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time.
Ready.
They'll look to throw yet again. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Okay, ready.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's 1st and 10. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our 2 teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, shot.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Get it. Ready.
On the handoff, here's Robinson running right. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
On the set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. And he will score. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Chiefs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Running here is Dillon. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. 3rd and long. Stroud. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Hauled in by the tight end, Henry. The risk pays off to the tune of 16 yards.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, it's a tough position to put your defense in.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On the handoff, this is Dillon. Inside the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Houston. That is some kind of run. Everything you love about a running back. Using some of the power as well, Greg, to find his way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And as so often is the case, Mike, in the NFL, you just can't block every defender. Well, for this back, It doesn't matter. You said it. His power is what allowed him to break those tackles and find himself in the end zone.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Ready?
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Go! Hut, hut.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. And he will score again. Touchdown, KC. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. Here for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league. But what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all field and a chance to extend their lead.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He keeps it himself. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
All right.
To throw, it's Stroud. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Here's 2nd down.
All right.
Back to throw. Stroud. He's got his big tight end, Henry. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's 3rd down.
On the quick, right?
Try to run for it with Dillon. And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. It'll pick up a 1st down.